How are you motherfuckers not fucking pissed off at the cost of everything right now?
I am so tired of living my life in survival mode because despite having 2 college degrees and making close to $80,000 a year.
Y'all, life is not making that much sense right now in terms of the cost of every fucking thing.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Michael, aka Mr. Drake Visions, and I am your credit CEO. So you see the title, you see the thumbnail. So without further ado, let's get into these videos.
How are you motherfuckers not fucking pissed off at the cost of everything right now? Like, our car insurance went up by an extra $150 for literally no fucking reason.
Hold on. I live in Florida. I am leaving Florida for this exact reason. I'm so triggered.
Just because everybody else's deductible, supposedly where we live, has gone up, so they tack on an extra $150 for ours. So our car insurance for 3 cars, full coverage, which we've never had an accident, nothing, was almost $400 when it used to be $250. So, and then rent, oh my fuck. I've been looking around to downsizing because I do not own this house. Okay, I do not own this house. It's a 3-bedroom house out in the middle of nowhere. I love it. I've lived here for years, but it's $2,500 a month. I'm having a 3rd child, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think we want to pay this. There's no fucking way we could buy a house, and everybody knows that. So I've been looking at just downgrading, getting rid of a bunch of shit, just being like, you know what? I wouldn't mind paying less. And then in a couple years when the market gets better, just buy a house, right? Well, I was fucking wrong because a house literally with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, basically shitty as fuck, shitty part of town, $1,500 a month? A month? Or basically the same amount of money that I'm already paying now for something with like less space, or it's in an apartment and you can't have no pets, you gotta have 600 credit score, last month's deposit, $400 administrative fee, non-refundable, and we're a family of 4, so we spend about a little over $1,000 a month on fucking food. And I don't buy bougie food. I make my meals. We don't go out to eat maybe once in a while because I'm pregnant and I'm like, oh my god, I want that so bad, but it's been weeks since we've had fast food. Like, what the fuck? Something has gotta give. I know for a fact I'm not the only one, and this is fucking bullshit. Like, something needs to fucking change, dude. We can't keep living like this anymore. Fuck.
Big screen. Man, bro, she said so much stuff that I wanted to react to. Number one, the car insurance stuff. After I left the military, I didn't know the military was the best thing I ever did because I retired at the age of sweet age of 30. So when I retired, I ended up making money online also. So it's like additional money coming in. So, I retired my wife. But living in Florida, I started to realize like this is a game and these people ain't playing fair. So any little bit of money, it feels like they're like squeezing out of us. So this big insurance agency left the whole state. So then they left just predatory insurance companies. So my insurance for my cars went up like 2 times like hers. I had to pay more insurance for the house, and then the mortgage was going up. No, the rent was going up because I was living in an apartment because I wanted to see what luxury apartment living was like. So every time you get out of your lease, like no matter if it's a house or some type of company renting it out, they're trying to increase your rent every time you have to renew, right? So just like she's saying, if I'm paying $2,500 right now, right? This property I'm living in was $2,200 last year. And the year before that, it was $18,000 because I looked it up. The last people left because they kept going up on the rent. So in order to leave this property, I have to go to leave the city and go into the country for the same thing. I can get $1,800, right? But then I look at the price of that house that is now $1,800 in the country. It was $900 before that, but I think that was like a while ago. But what I'm saying is the price of everything is going up tremendously, and I wanted to make this video because I don't think America or us as consumers, we generally don't have the backbone to fight back. So it's like, hey, the airplane is going down, put on your safety mask, save yourself. If you already got a 3% rate on your mortgage, you cannot even leave your house. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy another house. You can't leave that house. So if you got a trash, so if you came into a lot of money and then you were to try to leave that house to go to another house or get a better job, you're going to be paying double or triple of what you paying right now. So it's like it doesn't behoove you to even leave. But with all that being said, let's get to the next one because I could talk for hours on that subject.
I am so tired of living my life in survival mode because despite having 2 college degrees and making close to $80,000 a year, I still cannot keep up with the cost of living. I still cannot afford all of my bills every month and have to live paycheck to paycheck. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I am sacrificing my mental health, my time, and my energy to take care of people in their most vulnerable moments, and a lot of the time they do not make it. At the very least, I should be able to pay my bills. And for anyone who's thinking, oh, well, you shouldn't have chose that job, somebody has to do it. And you know damn well, if your loved one was critically ill, you would want somebody to take care of them, right? Something has to give. I cannot keep doing this.
Big screen. Man, this is with a heavy heart. I have to say, men and women think differently. I was talking to my wife and we was watching this show and I was like, yo, that lady can't take care of a kid. She might need to join the military. But my wife was like, she don't want her boyfriend taking care of her daughter. But I was like, she can get her daughter back after basic training. Like, you still get your kids. And I said this, and then my wife kind of didn't understand. I said, it's better to eat shit for 6 months than to live the rest of your life in shambles. And, you know, it was like, I was like, I would eat shit for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will live bottom of the barrel for 4 years to enjoy the rest of my life. And I'm pretty sure you watching this video, you feel the same way. I hope you do. But also, at first I was going to kind of judge her about that video, but she got student loans, she got kids, and she's taking care of somebody. So I want to tell her this is the eat shit phase. Okay. Your kids are going to get out of the house. You're going to still be making a lot of money. And right now it seems like you can't have no fun. And that's completely fine. We can't have fun all the time. That's what my dad told me. That's the difference between a man and a boy. You gotta have some discernment, and you gotta understand this is not fun times. This is the time where you stack your money up, and anybody who's hearing me, please hear me well. This is the time where you stack your money up and you wait for everything to crumble down. You wait for everybody who bought houses during that pandemic when they really couldn't afford it. You wait for these people to lose their houses, and then you swoop in and you buy it. Or you talk to somebody and you buy their house straight from them. You're like, hey, I want to assume your mortgage. I take your mortgage. You won't get a foreclosure and you can get out of this scot-free. You know what I'm saying? That's some stuff that we need to be doing, but that's some high level thinking from the CEO. But we can have those conversations later down in the chat. But let's get to the next video.
Life in 2024 is a financial emergency. Our groceries are an emergency. Our rent is an emergency. Everything is an emergency. I cannot afford to spend every last penny that I have on my debts. Because what I really can't afford is to not have a savings account and not have money in my bank account for when I need to pay for things and when emergencies are more than likely going to arise. I have spent so many years of my life paying off my debt, stressing over debt, that now I just laugh at. Like, somebody commented on one of my videos yesterday about how they spent $12 on grapes. $12 on grapes. Like, we live in such a ridiculous timeline that I just no longer can take debt as seriously as I once did. And looking back, I really wish that I could have not spent all of that money on debt. I really just walked myself into more and more debt every single time. Cars breaking down and oral surgeries, I have been there. I don't think I've ever paid for a car repair with a debit card. It's always come out of my credit cards. And then it just like is a catalyst for more and more debt. No more, no more. The debt for right now during this crazy timeline is getting the minimum payments so that I have as much as I need in my spending account for all of the crazy emergencies that are happening on a daily basis at this point.
Big screen. All right. So as your credit CEO, I'm kind of torn about this, right? if you spend all your money for your emergencies, then you won't even have the credit card to back you up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of torn between with the realization that we can't afford the type of life that we're living, like shoes, clothes, whatever. I think we just all need to audit our spending, because when I did it, I realized that I was spending a lot of money on just bull junk, right? Even the way you go out and enjoy yourself can be a reflection of how much you need to save or try to save. So hypothetically, there's parks that we can go to where my kids can play. There are theme parks in Florida where my kids can go play. We used to do theme parks all the time because I used to get the military pass, free pass, boom, boom, boom. But then, you end up spending the money on gifts, games, and food, right? So I started taking my kids to the park more and started to enjoy time with them without spending too much cash. And what I did with that extra money is I started putting it away into, a separate little bank account. So let's just collectively try to get together to find ways to save money, because obviously we're stressed out and we're tired, but we can't get together as a community to do anything to change it. We need to probably like vote at our local level more often, you know what I'm saying, for people to make some type of change. The biggest lie that was ever told to me is that money don't grow on trees. In fact, money do grow on trees, and now it's this digital, so it's made up. I remember one time I spent $150 on VC, which is virtual currency, in NBA 2K 2000 whatever, right? And I was a kid. My mom was like, "Why are you spending money on that game? That money is fake. You're taking this real money and then you're turning the fake money." But now it seems like the fake money is the real money now. My credit card does not have anything in a no type of account. It's just my agreement to pay this company based on my spending. So I have a $20,000 limit on a credit card. Where does the money come from? They say it comes from the bank. Well, maybe the bank. Well, maybe it's not coming from the bank. Maybe the bank has an agreement with that store that says, "Hey, this guy's going to pay us. Just give him the stuff now." Money out of thin air. So I don't want to get crazy on y'all, man. As the CEO, the credit CEO, man, let's get into something else.
1970, the average home was $15,000. It is now $436,000. It has gone up 29 times. Rent was $108, is now $2,000. That's gone up 20 times. College was $500. It's now $11,000. That's gone up 20 times. Gas was 36 cents. It's now $3.80. That has gone up 10 to 12 times. But what about the income? In 1970, the average person was making $9,000. Today, they're making $56,000. That has only gone up 6 times compared to everything else. But this is where it gets sad. In 1970, the average household had 3.5 children. Today, it's only 1.9. And the crazy part is that back in 1970, the average household, 47% were dual income. It has now jumped to 65% is dual income. So millennials and Gen Zers under the household are putting in more hours than the boomers did. We're both working 40 hours a week. But you got way more bang for your buck and more children. You got to expand your family, own a house. Things are so drastically different. The birth rate is plummeting because people can't afford it. So we need to make a change so that we can turn this around.
All right, y'all. I'm not going to go big screen for this because I want to leave that up. I want to actually talk about it. Could this be intentional? Right? So when I was originally watching it, I was talking to my dad about his houses and stuff like that. I was like, "Hey, yeah, you bought this house for 70, you can sell it for 200, or you can wait until it's $1 million. You can just rent it to your kids, rent it to your grandkids, rent it to whoever, and then just keep collecting money and stay in the house that you got, and let's just keep building this wealth," because that's pretty much how it's made. You see how the house went from 15K to 29 times its value. So I just wanted to talk about that first. But now the rest of this stuff is, hey man, dual income is 65%. Hey baby, let's just get together. Hey, look, we ain't even gotta love each other. We ain't gotta like each other like that. Let's try to save some money. It's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, they just, people are having less kids. I just remember that I grew up with like 8 aunts and uncles. You know what I'm saying? And my kid, I only have 3 kids, and my mom had 4. And then it's like slowly dwindling down because we literally can't afford it. Because the more kids you have, the more my wife had to stay home, and we can't. Well, now we can, but at the time, like, it was really tough. It was really tough, and it made our relationship hard too, man. I think this is deliberate, but for real, like I said, we're gonna need to try to get together or come together or something like that to try to make this thing work, or change some type of policy or government, or just overall get serious about everything. Because right now we in a time where it's so unserious, is insane. All right, let's get into something a little bit lighter, because this was kind of a deep, dark topic to me.
Woo! Shit. Woo! Oh! Oh! Woo! Woo! Man, what a long day. Man.
Oh my goodness. So she got $60 a day. Is a fit meal, which is probably supposed to be like $5. And she got a pack of Skittles for $60. Ain't that the truth, man? Hey, that's crazy. Let me
People are afraid to talk about how bad it is. There's nights where I'm not sleeping because I'm like, how are we going to make it?
Jennifer Smith moved into a new house 8 years ago, and she used her line of credit to help cover the costs.
Crime was escalating, and I had a 1-year-old baby at the time. Even though I know I'm in this credit card debt, I'm like, we can't stay here. This is not a safe area.
Smith's rent is now just over $3,200 a month, not including utilities. She's still struggling to pay off her debt.
Honestly, it comes down to having to skip payments, because I'm going to pay my credit card or my line of credit, or am I going to make sure my kids have lunch for a week?
Smith isn't alone. The governor of the Bank of Canada is concerned about renters shouldering more debt. Tiff Macklin told the Canadian Bankers Association in September that an increasing number of renters are carrying a balance of at least 90% of their credit limit. Some are missing payments.
My credit is beyond shot right now. So even if I wanted to buy a house, no chance. Even if I wanted to leave this rental, I have no chance. There is no shame in being in debt. It is becoming a collective experience. Me discussing with one of my best friends about money and credit cards years ago is the reason I understand paying interest versus principal. We're all in this.
big screen. I don't know what that last part was. Me talking to my friend about paying interest versus principal, helping her in that situation. You can have knowledge of something, but if you don't actively use the knowledge, like the knowledge is kind of useless. And I see that in that situation. But on a serious note, yeah, man, that wasn't America, that was Toronto. But where did she live to get $3,200 rent? And I don't know how many kids she got. Like, so Toronto is like the city, right? So does she live downtown Toronto for $3,200? Like, you can't feel sorry for everybody if you don't know the full circumstances. And I think they found somebody that's living in a comfortable neighborhood. Like, she did say comfortable. She's living in some place where there's no, I ain't gonna say no crime, but she's probably got a pool or a jacuzzi and maybe some type of exercise room where she lives, probably a doorman, if I'm being honest, for $3,200 a month. We not living like that. I'm not living like that. So maybe she just needs to adjust her expectations. There is below poverty line levels of areas that she can live in that is clearly dangerous, but there's a middle ground between luxury living and living in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So I just think she probably need to find that balance. I can't really feel sorry for her unless I know more about her situation, and I'm pretty sure she's not going to tell anybody that, she still go to the spa and get her nails done and not paying her credit card bills. All right, y'all, we got 2 more and then we out of here.
Y'all, life is not making that much sense right now in terms of the cost of every fucking thing. Tell me why I just had to spend $400 to register my car. Yes, $400 for a piece of paper. I haven't bought any Christmas gifts. Zero. None. Not one. And the way that it's looking, y'all not getting nothing. Y'all ain't getting nothing from me because groceries are too high, car insurance too high, car bills, everything is high. They're going to increase rent. As soon as the lease renews, they're going to increase the rent. So what is this? It's almost like my brain can't really compute this because I'm just imagining like if I was a mom and I had kids and I just had to come pay this shit, bro. Kids need Christmas presents. Now I done spent $400 at the motherfucking DMV and I can't buy my kids no fucking Christmas gifts. Or lights about to get cut off because I had to buy this piece of fucking paper. What the fuck? I'm sorry for using all the F-bombs, but...
Thank you for apologizing. Because I was about to say, she is unhinged. Big screen. She was absolutely correct with the raising the rent. I think I said that earlier. And why do we pay registration again? To register a car? For what? To do what? I really think that's something that's truly useless unless we can account for where the money goes. Like registering a car is like, hey, we just need to know who's driving whatever car at whatever time. Bro, just give me a tag. Just send me a tag. You know what I'm saying? Like, should it cost so much to register a car? Like, really, if we just sit back and think about it, to register a car, once you get that tag, all they give you is a sticker. And that sticker and that tag is attached to your car to make sure, like, if your car is stolen, that you can say, hey, this tag is on this car. And if this tag is on another car, then it's not my car. You know what I'm saying? Or if you see this car, this is mine and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So after they give you the tag, because you pay for that too, you just paying for a sticker at the end of the day, right? And with how technology is going, I'm wondering why like some of these prices are staying the way they are. I don't believe that your registration payment is actually going to fix the roads. They got taxes for that. You know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments because I might be wrong on that. I don't think registration is going for that, but let's go ahead and round out with this last video.
Hey, put a finger down. This economy is fucked edition.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to play this game along with her because I want to interact with you guys. Down below, let me know how many fingers you got left after you hear everything she's saying. I'm going to go ahead and do it so y'all can see me live.
Okay, put a finger down. This economy is fucked edition. Put a finger down if you are over the age of 23 and don't have a savings account. Put a finger down if you have credit card debt. Put a finger down if you are living paycheck to paycheck. Put a finger down if you cry at the amount left in your account after you pay rent. Put a finger down if groceries is something you have to seriously budget. Put a finger down if you were late on rent the past month or two. Put a finger down if you have not been able to do anything fun because of the lack of funds. Basically, everything is just essentials. Put a finger down if you owe somebody money for spotting you in some way or another. That's my brother. Put a finger down if you hate the job that's causing all of this financial problems. And put a finger down if you are trading all of your time for money still while working at somebody else's business. No.
All right, big screen. You can still have fun with no money. She need to put one of those fingers back up. But a lot of this, and that's when I said earlier, it going to the military was so underrated. Like how it changed my life. So retiring at 30, going in at 22, only doing like 9 years of service or 8 years of service, 9-ish years of service. Really set me up for a life that I couldn't even fathom. But she's got some more stuff to explain. But you know, everybody like I don't think I have to seriously budget for groceries, but I do budget for groceries. That's just being responsible. And a lot of that stuff is I don't know. Let me know in the chat how y'all feel, man. I don't want to say that, you know, it's her fault that she can't do some of these things or fix some of these things, but I think we can take. I think we should really study the squirrels and the ants. While they all summer, bro, they just gather food, gather stuff because they know winter is coming. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I just fell into a situation where, you know, I'm stable now, but before then, it was rough out here too. So I just don't really remember what it feels like. So let's go.
No, we're done with that. This is the year that we step back into our power. We take that shit back. We become our own boss. We make money from our damn phones. We get on a flight to wherever the hell we want to go, and we work from there. We make our income from wherever the hell we want. We get to allocate our time to whatever the hell we want, and we get to help people and show people that they can do the exact same thing. Why not start to learn the skills to make money from your phone? Open those fucking hands, get to work, and look at resources that you can use to make money online. Stop scrolling, stop saving, stop wasting your time just consuming other people's content. It's time to create, and this is the year to do it.
Big screen. I agree with her 100%. If you're watching me right now, you should be trying to actively figure out how to make additional income online, because I don't think this thing is going away. I decided I created this channel 3 years ago. But I just started making videos and implementing it because it dawned on me, everything I consume, I could just consume on video. And maybe, just maybe, some people might rock with me. So as being as owning a credit repair company, as giving advice to a lot of people actually gravitate towards me. A lot of people want to be my friend, to be honest. I got business owners, like I have friends who are business owners that I taught how to be business owners, and now they're doing 6-figure years, 7-figure years, and they're making more money than me, some of these people, right? And we're friends now because of our like-mindedness and like sharing content. So I send my people content, I send my friends content, and they send me content back. So I was like, why don't I just start reacting to some of this stuff? So if you're watching this now, you can react to my reactions. To be honest with you, all you need is a little bit of equipment. I got my iPhone right there. I got my mic right here, $30-something. This background was a lot of money, I ain't gonna lie. And then my computer was a lot of money, which I got on reward points. But I had a business already, so I'm just diversifying myself. But I wouldn't want to tell you that I'm not gonna lie and say it's not hard. But anything that's hard to do deters a lot of people from actually doing it. So if y'all like this type of content, man, y'all let me know down in the chat, and y'all help a brother out. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the month, man. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to react to next. Hit me up on all social media. I'm gonna drop my social media down below, and if you got some videos you want me to react to, hey, just hit my inbox. Peace.